Can I take you there?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chew on This Travel. This is Mike and Wanda. We are doing a day tour in and around Cebu. We've hired a company, Viator, and our driver picked us up at 8 o'clock at our hotel, and he has yet to say one word to us.
Well, he said my name just to confirm pickup.
To confirm,
that
that the right people were being picked up. Yes, that's correct. We have no idea where we are. We have no idea the areas that we went through. It was very scenic, very beautiful. Kind of reminded me of the Hollywood Hills. Definitely an affluent area that we just drove through, up through the mountain region and back down. And now we're at a garden, which has the hand, which we'll go to in a minute. But for the start of our day, it's been a little bit odd because we really haven't a freaking clue where we are.
Well, it's not just that. He's been driving us around in complete silence like some psychopath.
Yeah, like not a word. Like you would
nothing.
think he would say, oh, well, we're driving through this area of Cebu. Like we noticed as we were coming up, there's a lot of cyclists on this very hilly roadway. Like I said, it was very scenic. And then halfway up, I noticed there was this coffee shop, and it was conveniently called Peloton Brew, which was, you know, smart of that owner. Anywho, let's walk through this gardens. We're going to make it up as we go because we have no idea the significance of this garden or anything because our guide is doing anything but guiding us.
Well, we don't even know if he speaks English.
Well, a little bit. So, anyway.
We've had some very odd experiences with Viator in the past. We've had some very strange tour guides in the past. We had one in Rio de Janeiro who
had narcolepsy.
Who had narcolepsy. So he kept falling asleep. He fell asleep once right in the middle of a sentence. He was talking to us and literally fell asleep. Sometimes while he was eating, but like it was like some bad comedy routine, you know. I feel bad for him and everything, but it was unbelievable. But this guy might even be worse. He's just driving around like...
I mean, he did...
He's not even following us in here. He's just standing at the entrance. I don't know what the hell's going on. Viator, what have you done for us? This is going to be a very long day. Anyways, we don't know where we are. Some sort of garden up in the hills.
Which clearly is very kitschy.
Yeah, very.
Right? We've got like the hand here, which is a famous outlook viewpoint that you'll see in a lot of social media. Looks like you're like soaring out over a cliff, and clearly you're not. But we've also got, you know, the windmill going on here. Lots of heart formations, you know, to take your pictures, the Instagram photos, if you will. It's odd. A lot of Jesus Christ monuments.
Odd. It's sort of like what countries build when they think they know what tourists want, but they don't. Oh, there's more than one hand.
Yeah, there's two. I guess the right and the left. Now, actually, having a guide hired, it would kind of be beneficial because, oh, I don't know, here's a random thought. He could probably take our picture together on the hand. Huh, crazy thought. But
I'll be happy if he doesn't kill us. He's not even in the park.
Okay, how long is this photo shoot lasting?
Well, see, now they have a guide.
They have something.
And the guide is going to take their picture. Viator, this is what normally happens. Oh, the joys of traveling. Wanda loves heights, as you know. I'm actually surprised they're still letting people up there with that big crack.
It's actually not that bad up here. Can you take my picture?
Had a trekking guide once in Ecuador too, for mountain climbing, and he would just disappear. I mean, he's supposed to be guiding us through the mountains, and he would be a mile ahead of us. We would have no idea where we were going. And it was sort of like Find Waldo. Right now we can't find our guide either. I don't even think he came in here. He just said, here you go. Well, he didn't say anything. He just directed us to come in here. Here's our guide at the car, talking on his phone. Right hand, left hand. Dexter Sinister.
Okay, so we're gonna go to stop number 2. We don't know where it is, how long it's gonna take us to get there, but I'm sure it'll be epic. And yeah, let's just go with the flow here because we haven't a freaking clue what's going on.
Yeah, we could have hired a taxi just to do this, and he would have talked to us a lot more. Usually the taxi drivers are at least asking us questions and things, where you're from, how long you're here, you know, typical guide stuff. Very weird garden park thing. We don't know what you are. Well, here's about as much information as we're going to get, I think. So, we know our guide speaks a little bit of English, because when we got back from that other spot, he said, finished? So fast.
So here we're at top of Cebu.
Yeah, top of Cebu.
Based on all the signage, it is a current soft opening. As you can see behind, and as we walk around, this whole place is under construction. So I don't even know if I would declare this as a soft opening based on our standards. But okay, thanks.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay.
Bye. So yeah, he's just dropping us here, and he's meeting us apparently back in the parking lot somewhere. We don't even know where. Still no information. We have no idea. We don't even know his name. He hasn't even introduced himself. Viator did send me his name last night by email. It starts with a V. I'll put it up on the screen if I find it. But we don't even know his name right now. Like, we have no idea what we're doing, where we are. It's just hilarious. Morning. Looks like a nice view up here anyways. This might be the highest point in Cebu City. Well, I'll just go ahead and say it is. It's the highest point in Cebu City. 1,503 meters. I'm guessing.
Just making shit up.
We just make up history as we go here.
Looks like it'll be quite an interesting place when it is completed.
Yeah, it's all under construction.
There's going to be all kinds of
weird.
Restaurants and obviously souvenir shops. Anyway, let's walk over to the edge here and see what the view's like.
We don't know how long we're supposed to be here. The tour is supposed to be 9 hours, but with no information, it could be a lot shorter than that.
And I'm sure as you're watching this, people are probably questioning, well, why don't you question the guide? Why don't you get more information from the guide? And we could, but as we've explained, his English seems to be limited. And we're kind of just going to go with the flow and just see really where this date takes us rather than kind of drilling it. And yeah, we're going to have fun with it, is what I'm saying.
It's not our job to solicit information from him. He's supposed to be a tour guide. Very hazy.
Yeah, it was raining this morning when we left. So our view might not be the greatest, but well, you can sort of see out there to where all the shipping bays are. The port, shall I say. And would be quite an epic view.
So it was supposed to be a city tour today with lots of information for you. That's not going to happen. It is going to be a comedy routine instead. I'll try to remember some other stories about bad tour guides we've had around the world. I do remember another one from Brazil, from Salvador de Bahia, a city tour we had there. supposed to be an English-speaking tour, but she didn't speak a single word of English. And she was quite perturbed that we had been put in her group, angry at times, because she had absolutely no way to communicate with us, and she was trying to keep a large group together. And we had no idea what she was saying. It's actually not a bad view.
It's a lovely view.
Cebu City, I believe this is correct information, is just under 1 million people. But I've left the Lonely Planet back at the hotel, unfortunately.
And we have no Wi-Fi right now to look things up.
No.
So we may have to add some comments or little notes in the video. We are clear on some of the facts.
But it is a big city. It does take a while to drive around it. So I believe that over there, that's Mactan Island, where we stayed before at the very beginning of our Philippines trip, somewhere along that strip. And we're also supposed to be going back there today and seeing some sights on Cebu Island as well. Or sorry, on Mactan Island. So now we go on a hunt to find our guide, which I don't even know where he is. Some parking lot somewhere. I guess we have lots of time to do it. Still looking for him, not sure where the parking is.
Trying to find our guide, walking through a construction zone. Looks like there's a parking garage here. So this could turn out to be a 9-hour tour because we're going to be playing Find Waldo the whole friggin' day, as we are right now.
One is at the moderately perturbed phase. I'm still at the comedy phase. He's got to be in here somewhere, I would think. It's not like we can even call his name because we don't even know his name. I literally don't see him. I don't see him. I don't see the car. Could be on another level. I don't know.
No, I don't think it would be.
Well, he's downstairs. Like he could have gone this way. We don't know where our guide is. Our guide. We don't know where our guide is. We don't know where he is. Not at all. Looks like maybe we found him. His car was behind the another vehicle. So he's just dropped us off at another place here. Also under construction. Don't know what it is, no idea. Looks like it has a Greek or Roman theme here. Like literally no information, not even the name of the place or anything.
Well, the name of the place is Temple of Leah.
The Temple of Leah?
It's on our little
That's what our wristband says. So weird. Doesn't look like something you would expect to see in the Philippines. Philippines is a former Spanish quality country, so or colony. So there's a lot of Spanish architecture throughout. Was also ruled by the Japanese in World War II. But this is new. Like this is, you know, Roman architecture. Obviously, it's new though. I don't know what its importance is.
There's obviously a statue of maybe Leah inside.
Well, we will go and see. But this is very weird, very strange.
I think it's very religious based for them, which is very strong in their culture. So,
which religion?
Along, I would think, Christianity.
We will see, or we won't. There's a lookout over here we'll go to too. Sorry for all of the noise, people are yelling. And there's a lot of construction. And it's windy as well. Another city view.
Now if you look way above, that's where we just were, was at the top. That's the structure being built.
Way up there. Yes. This is very strange.
It looks like they're trying to outdo what this used to be the top of the view, and now that is the top of the top of the top of the view.
Yeah, it's higher, but
Yeah.
this actually looks like it's every bit as new as up there.
I will say I do quite like this conservatory back here. It would be nice in our backyard, painted black.
Well, unfortunately, it would take up more than just our backyard. But well, should we go inside this mystery structure?
Yes. So typically this would kind of excite me because typically there would be a large Buddha inside. But here I think we've got like, I don't know, Mother Mary or something going on. Or
Well,
Leah.
would you-
And I'm not Christian, so I really don't even know what the reference to Leah is. So we're going to go find out. I'm sorry, folks, for all those who are religious if I've insulted you. I don't mean to, but yeah, not my, I don't know.
Be honest. Would you be entirely shocked if there was a big Buddha in there? Because I wouldn't.
No, I would be because of the outside. Clearly doesn't dictate that. And I saw a glimpse of it as we walked by, so I know there isn't.
Oh, okay. There's no Buddha. That's
There's no Buddha.
Because that would be really funny if there was.
But there's this mysterious woman only. I don't know who she is.
I don't remember personally.
Aside from Princess Leia.
Yeah, I don't personally remember Leah in the Bible, but I'm not that well versed myself.
So we should probably look this up. And to our viewers, I really hope you're finding the humor in this like we are, because right now we're like two rambling fools. I don't know what's going on. Probably not your most informative tour guide episode here today. This has nothing to do with religion, but actually something more about what's I'm trying to say? A significant Filipino woman. It's a beloved wife and mother, Filipino, of the southern Philippines. We've got to see the sign because right now there's a huge group photo being taken, but it has nothing to do with religion. More to do with this woman who's quite significant to the Filipino people here.
It's just so strange. And it is supposed to resemble the Parthenon of Greece.
And apparently Leah had a collection of alcohol over here.
She was a big drinker, Leah.
Maybe she don't say that.
I don't think we're getting rid of this group anytime soon.
So
It appears to be a shrine to this woman, but it's also supposed to be the Parthenon in Greece, according to a sign back there.
okay, that's gonna be really?
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah, no, it actually says that. It is supposed to be like the Parthenon in Greece.
And these are many of her artifacts, if you will, her personal belongings that are on display.
We still don't know who Leah is,
We got to figure this
or
out.
who the husband is.
Dust collectors everywhere. Look at them all.
If there's a shoe room, I would expect it to be something about Imelda Marcos, but I don't know who this woman is.
Oh my God! Look at her vase collection. Oh, look it! There's a Buddha head.
There is a Buddha. See, I'm not shocked that there's a Buddha in here.
No, but I mean, look at these Asian vases. I mean, some of these can be worth a fortune. Or they're all replicas and they're worth nothing.
So what a strange place this is.
Wow.
Anyways, the Temple of Leah is here, if you want to see it. Cebu City.
Okay, so we're just making a quick stop here for a cold beverage at the Peloton Brew. Now we cheated, we didn't actually cycle all the way up here. We're in our private car, but we're still going to enjoy that drink, just as if we cycled here.
Early morning pickup. We haven't had our coffee yet. Kind of a cool little place. Our guide also took us to a Taoist temple where they wanted us to wear masks to walk around all by ourselves outside. So that was a pass. And they also took us to an historic Chinese aristocratic home for some reason. Not a Filipino traditional home, but a Chinese traditional home. Very strange. Not that it's of any particular interest, but at least we got a little bit of information about it from the caretaker of the place, not from our guide. So next stop on the mystery tour. We don't know what this is. It's just on the side of the road. It's quite an elaborate statue. There's a sign on it that says Heritage of Cebu. Looks like it depicts various stages of its history, which I would just have to guess at this point, because all our guide did was just stop on the side of the road and point in this direction. Oh, maybe Wanda's got some information.
It does. This explains all of the history, and it, as Mike was mentioning, it shows the different stages of the history of the country right here very clearly.
Is that what this is? That's about as clear as our guide.
Yeah. So this is telling us what we need to know right
I
here.
thought you actually had some information for us.
Look how it's like cracking, like they got some sort of saran wrap there holding it together.
Yeah, duct tape to hold it together. Again, that could be earthquake damage, I guess. They do get earthquakes here. There's actually, we saw soon after we got here, there had already been 7 earthquakes just at the start of our trip in this area. We didn't feel any of them. There's probably a lot more than that now, but we certainly haven't felt any earthquakes. But the area is prone to earthquakes and tsunamis and typhoons. We've been fortunate so far. Okay. We'll go find something else to look at.
Hey everyone. So as we've been traveling around here, we've been seeing a lot of these little tiny vans here, and as everyone knows, there's a huge peak, if you will, in doing the van life. So we're wondering if maybe one of these could be converted over and it could become our little van for our van life if we were to kind of pick up and transplant ourselves here to the Philippines. Now, to put into perspective, I'm about 5'4" in height. So in theory, we should be able to get a bed in the back here. Height might be a little bit of an issue. It's going to be like a squatting type thing. But what are your thoughts? Do you think we can actually convert this into van life?
I think maybe Wanda should just do it for a year to test it out, and I'll join for the second year.
What do you guys think? Cute little van life.
Van life.
Van life.
Now we're visiting, the sign says Fort San Pedro. And that's all I know about it. Maybe we'll find out more inside. Fort San Pedro. So as usual, our guide pays for us and just waves us in. Probably not coming in himself. Just waves us in this direction. We could probably wage war in the city from here. You can tell the fort is basically built from coral, old coral.
Showing off his belly.
Here's our guide outside the fort watching us, well, sort of watching us. Giving somebody information, not giving us any information. I'm sorry if I seem a little pissed off. I don't even know what we paid for this. I don't think it's much. I usually have a very low tolerance for incompetence, which is what this is. If you're going to do a job, do it right. But I'm honestly, I'm not angry with this. I think it's more amusing than anything. And I hope it makes for an amusing video, because this is the fact of travel, especially taking tours with guides. We've taken tours with guides all over the world, including not just day trips like this, but multi-week trips with some of the biggest companies like G Adventures and Intrepid and many others. And your experience is going to boil down basically to two things. It doesn't matter which company you take, it's going to come down to the quality of your guide and the quality of your group, because you don't always have the group dynamics that you want, and there's usually an odd person out that doesn't get along with anyone. And that's what makes or breaks a trip like this. Those two things. Must be a Navy day trip going on here today. So apparently we can't go into the church because we have shorts and t-shirts on, which we were not informed of in advance. So again, it's something else we're going to miss here.
Time for lunch.
There's easily 1,000 people eating here, and it's early too. We have no idea how long we're going to wait. Apparently, Wanda's motioning that it's going to be 40 minutes wait, which is not horrible, I guess. Would have been nice if they made a reservation for us. We could have checked in here and then continued to do our tour and come back. Crazy. So apparently this is the waiting area. We have no idea how long we're going to wait here, and we've just been given 1,000 pesos to pay for our lunch. Pretty bizarre. No reservation made. And obviously a very, very touristic, actually most of these people are locals, place to have lunch, but we could be here for a long time. Anyway, it's worth the wait, I hope. So this is the Lechon. Sorry for the noise. It looks good anyways. Hopefully it tastes good. See how they make the skin so crispy. Strong. Right? Spicy sauce.
Oh yeah.
Is it good? Like bacon, but different.
Nothing like bacon.
It's like bacon? Trust me, like bacon. It's very good though.
I have no idea what's in this. It's like a mishmash of different things. We had it once in Vietnam and surprisingly enjoyed it. And of course this is one of those items that Renee raved about when he he was here and said like it's one of his favorite things. So anyway, it is actually very good and just very odd in terms of what it is.
You think it's the same as we had in Vietnam?
Well, they're like, it's variations of the theme, right? So yeah, it's like similar, but what they put into it, kind of like a boba tea, there's different types of those little balls, if you will, that are in boba tea, right? Some of them are tapioca, some of them are like a gelatin fruit. So it's that sort of idea that they make into this type of dessert. So obviously Vietnam has their version, Philippines has their version, Thailand also has it. Again, variation of the theme. I don't know. Shaved ice cream, little gelatin things, there's fruit. See that? I don't know why I'm still rambling on and eating because we're supposed to be sharing this.
Yes, you are. And then, as it is with most tours, there is the obligatory sales pitch. In this case, it was to a homemade guitar factory, which was reasonably interesting, but we have absolutely no musical talent, and we're certainly not going to be buying a guitar.
It's good for glass buildings.
I could do that, but I don't want to. So one final stop here on Mactan Island. This place is famous for one thing, and I remember this from previous. Ferdinand Magellan is famous for first circumnavigating the world, but he came here in 1521, and the chief of the Lapu-Lapu tribe promptly stabbed him to death. So that's the end of our non-tour, and we're back at our hotel, which is the 88th Avenue Hotel in Cebu City. Not much to say about it really, it's an okay place. I'm not really going to go into any detail. There's countless hotels all over the city at reasonable prices. This one's fine. The one good thing about this one is it's close to all kinds of really good restaurants. And unfortunately shopping. One that we found last night called Maya Mexican Restaurant, which we're going back to because it was so good last night. So what did we learn today about Cebu?
Nothing. They have the Adidas that I'm looking for.
What did we learn from the guide as far as anything about Cebu? This is Bumpkus?
Zero, Bupkis, nada.
Not a single fact. We didn't even learn his name. What a waste of time.
Welcome to Maya, a
That's
Mexican restaurant.
That's it?
Shall we enter?
So we're having.
Okay, so we're at Maya Mexican Restaurant, which is literally walking distance of the hotel that we're staying at tonight and last night. We're moving on tomorrow to another location. And we were in the mood for Mexican. Ironically, we were also here last night for a meal, and it was absolutely delicious. Rave reviews. Some people, not so much, but for us it was delicious. So we thought we'd come back tonight because we wanted to try another dish. So for an appetizer, we're having their homemade tortilla chips, and this is their specialty, where it's like a melted cheese and jalapeno. mixed together as a dipping sauce. So this is our, like I said, our appetizer, and of course we are both having their house specialty margarita with the 1820 Blanco tequila. So cheers.
The 3 different kinds of tequila. The beer list is impressive too.
Okay, so we've ordered another one of their specialty dishes, which is this smoked rib. It comes with their homemade tortillas, ribs, there's some kumquats. It looks like there's their own house-made coleslaw. Now, one thing that we have noticed here in the Philippines is the concept of appetizers versus main course. They tend to come all at the same time unless you absolutely specifically state, I want this as my appetizer, which we did last night, but we didn't tonight, so now we have everything together, which is not a big deal, but it is something worth noting if you very much want to enjoy your appetizer and then your main course separately with some time in between. But in the meantime, bon appetit. We're going to give these ribs a go. They certainly smell delicious. So as I mentioned, we're having the ribs, which is one of their specialties. And just to show you how tender these are, they literally, you just have to scrape the bone with your fork and the meat just falls off. Like, literally falls off, no effort. They're that tender.
Yeah, it's
like
delicious.
I said, yeah, delicious. This is a little bit too much on one little wrap here, but whatever. We did ask for a bit more of their coleslaw, which is really very delicious. Has some jalapeno. And what we didn't mention previously is that they actually have 3 of their own hot sauces. So this one apparently is 3 out of 3. It's the hottest that they have, which I actually find quite flavorful without burning your mouth off. This one is in mid-range, and then of course we have the mild. All 3 of them are delicious. So, bon appetit!
What about your drink?
I've already commented on the margarita. As you can see, it's getting a bit low, so I think we're probably going to have to order another margarita because they're really good. They are not cheap on the tequila. You can taste the tequila. It's a nice, smooth tequila. It's a tequila I've never actually had before. As we mentioned earlier, it is the mid-range tequila, which is 1820. And then the most expensive of the 3 is a Patron, which of course is very delicious as well. But we thought we'd just kind of go mid-range. I don't remember what the least expensive option was, but I'm sure all 3 of them would be delicious. I know the mid-range is great. I did have the more expensive one last night, and it was just as yummy, but I mean, why would it be? It's tequila. Now, having said that, Mike is not a tequila drinker, and this may actually be turning him into a tequila drinker.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do like a really good quality tequila, but you can't usually get that in a restaurant or a bar anywhere. This place has had a couple of recent really bad reviews, and I cannot imagine how anyone could think that this wasn't absolutely delicious Mexican food. Unless they're maybe competing restaurants or something. Because, yeah, that's crazy. I'll show you the upstairs, too. The staff here is so nice, too. Everyone we've met in the Philippines is really nice. Very friendly. More adventures are coming soon. Can you guess where we're going next?